All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Bite Size Breaks with Rams Travel. My name is Caitlin Forte, and I work for the CSU Alumni Association as the Manager of Business Partnerships and the Rams Travel Program. It is an honor and a privilege to be here with you all, whether you are joining live with us today or watching the recording later. Thank you so much for being here. We call this event Bite-Sized Breaks because it's designed to perfectly fit within your lunch hour. We will make sure to wrap up within the hour and get you all back to your busy days soon enough. Before we dive in, a quick virtual event 101 session. As you can all see, this event is live streaming on YouTube. The event is being recorded and you will not be seen or heard throughout the event. However, we do encourage you to engage with us using the comment section on YouTube. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, make sure to post it there. We can go ahead and practice real quick. Go ahead and drop in the comments where you are watching from today and what you are hoping to learn from our time together this afternoon. If you are tuning in, it is most likely because you love to travel, love CSU, or possibly both. Today, our agenda is to learn about our Rams travel program, highlight some of our exciting trips planned with our partner, Go Hagen Company, and we'll have a Q&A session at the end. So without further ado, I believe we are ready for takeoff. Rams Travel is a program designed specifically for CSU alumni and friends. It offers unique group travel experiences that foster lifelong learning and a strong connection to CSU. The program provides expertly curated itineraries to ensure you have a seamless travel experience. Our trips are organized with reputable travel organizations known for their quality and reliability, offering competitive pricing to ensure you get the best experience and value for your adventure. With Rams Travel, you gain access to exclusive experiences that you can only get through this program. And you have a chance to travel with other Rams, creating memories with other CSU alumni. Now let's talk about the many types of trips that we offer and who can join us. We have over 25 trips annually, giving you plenty of options to choose from, both international and domestic destinations. Whether you're interested in a land journey, a river cruise, ocean cruise, or train ride, we have something in store for everyone. Our trips are perfect for anyone who enjoys group travel and loves CSU. They cater to couples, groups, and solo travelers, making them an ideal choice for a wide range of alumni and friends. Our trip offerings range in activity levels, price range, ensuring that there is something perfect for everyone. Here are some exciting highlights about our program and what you can do next to getting involved. In 2024, we had over 70 passengers traveling the world with us. There's no other program quite like Rams Travel at CSU, and our 2025 trips are already selling fast. We already have 55 people booked with us, so don't miss out. To get involved, check out our website for details, information on all of our trips. Feel free to email me directly with any questions you may have, or if you need additional information or brochures. You can also request to be on our communication list to stay up to date on new trips and events. So feel free to email me at any point at caitlin.forte@colostate.edu. We partner with a variety of travel organizations to bring you the best experiences possible. Our partners include Go Hagen, Go Next, Colette, AHI, and more. Each partner offers different types of trips and unique experiences, bringing their expertise in alumni and group travel to ensure top-notch services and unforgettable adventures. By working with multiple partners, we can provide a diverse range of travel options tailored to different preferences and interests. And now I'm pleased to introduce Megan Howard, the Director of Sales and Partnerships at Go Hagen & Company, who will speak more about Go Hagen and their incredible offerings. Megan has worked in travel for over 15 years and has traveled to over 20 countries during her time. Before I turn it over to Megan, we have a quick video we would like to share with you all about Go Hagen. And then Megan, it's over to you.
With over 40 years of experience in the travel industry, Gohagen has earned a reputation for excellence in providing unique and unforgettable travel experiences to its clients. At Gohagen, we believe that travel involves more than just visiting a destination. It's about gaining a deeper understanding of the world around us. Our aim is to create experiences that will immerse you in the beauty, culture, and history of the destination, pique your intellectual curiosity, provide insight not found on any other travel program, inspire you to look at the world in a new way, and foster meaningful interaction with the local community and other travelers. We are committed to making your travel experience stress-free and unforgettable. Our expert team curates world-class, all-inclusive journeys for you end-to-end. Once you book your spot, we take care of everything else. Gohagen and Company is proud to provide the most exclusively chartered ships in affinity travel, the ideal way to explore the destinations on our one-of-a-kind itineraries. The 5-star ships we charter for our ocean cruises, and deluxe, small river ships, used on our other programs, provide access to ports often inaccessible to larger vessels. Exclusively chartered cruising provides the optimum setting for affinity groups. There is control over the entire ship. We hand-select the associations invited to sail with us. You'll feel a true sense of comfort and community, traveling with members of your group and the other lifelong learners on board. We look forward to having you join us on one of our exceptional programs, covering a wide range of destinations across the globe.
Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today. I love that video because I always say video does such a great job showcasing, some of these wonderful destinations and what you're going to see. But today I have the opportunity to introduce Gohagen and then talk about some of the 25 and 26 travel opportunities we still have available. So, as I mentioned, each year we aim to create one-of-a-kind, all-inclusive opportunities around the world, whether it be on our exclusively chartered small ships, river cruises, or immersive land programs. Our programs focus on the educational, can't get anywhere else factor that combine luxury amenities and our experienced travel directors while you explore these amazing destinations. Our signature all inclusive itineraries are expertly designed to enhance and illuminate the culture, history, and traditions of our destinations through a rare combination of unique educational learning experiences. We also pride ourselves on unwavering excellence. Attention is paid to every detail. Our commitment to consistent excellence is reflected in every level of our product. From the initial booking to returning home, you have travel professionals that are dedicated to help you along the way. And we're really there to ensure you have the best travel experience. I also like to highlight the always included. As you can see here, here are the wonderful things that are part of the program: excursions, gratuities on board, within the local guides that we work with. We have experienced local guides that are English speaking and very reputable. If we have a guide that does wonderful, we always request them to come back because we know they provide that amazing experience. Complimentary water on board and on excursions, complimentary Wi-Fi so you can connect with people back at home, and then a hospitality desk available to help you with any way that we can support you on the program. And then on our river and cruise ships, we also include all non-premium liquor, house wine, beer, non-alcoholic beverages, including mini bar service on our river and ocean programs as well. So first, I want to start with some of the 2025 programs that we still have availability and some great offers on for you to join fellow CSU Rams this summer and fall. So our first program is our circumnavigation of Iceland. So this program is late June to early July, get home before Independence Day, and it is a round trip Reykjavik trip. So there you get to enjoy Iceland's vibrant capital on this 9-day journey on the Atlas World Traveler. So this program really is so great to discover the Icelandic heritage of Vigor Island, which is actually a private wildlife sanctuary owned by Felicity Aston, one of our featured guest speakers on this program. You'll also get to explore Siglafjord, one of Iceland's most dramatically sited towns. Here you'll visit a herring era museum, which really recreates the history of fish salting and oil processing during the 20th century, a great highlight of this program. And then you'll also cruise to Grimsey Island and walk across the Arctic Circle. So I've seen lots of certificates and photos cheersing the fact that you get that northern aspect of the globe. And then we have a specially designed small boat, so private cruise that you actually get to disembark the world traveler and enjoy this private cruise to see the blue icebergs of some of the glacier lagoons. So this Land of Fire and Ice round trip Reykjavik really is a great trip this summer. And as you can see, this one is perfect for solo travelers as well too, as there's no single supplement for joining this program. So you can have the entire cabin to yourself without some of the typical cruise supplement costs that you would see on other programs. Next, we also in June, we have our amazing Scottish Isles and Norwegian fjords. So this program is Glasgow to Bergen, also on the World Traveler. The World Traveler, as I mentioned, is exclusively chartered. There's about 90 cabins, so under 200 total travelers. So really a great small ship experience to see this amazing destination. And so in this program, it really focuses on the legacies of Viking and Celtic clans. On this journey, you'll step inside sacred ancient abbeys, Viking cathedrals, and legendary castles, and you'll traverse majestic fjords across the breathtaking Flam Railway. So love the train aspect and the beautiful views that's part of this program too. So you'll also fall under the spell of the Emerald Teardrop Isle of Iona. So another favorite excursion that's included. And then, of course, of the wildlife, you'll get to see birds, blue locks, and in the Shetland Islands, the famous ponies, which are always adorable. So you have a great group of CSU Rams joining this trip, and we have 10 cabins left. So definitely wanted to highlight this wonderful itinerary that we'd love for you to join us on. And then lastly, in 2025, those were our two Ocean Europe programs, but we also have this wonderful Provence River program in early September. So this Provence program features art, wine, and cuisine, exact perfect quintessential elements of Southern France. So all these come together on this unforgettable river cruise in the Rhone Valley. You'll get to experience Burgundy and some wonderful wine regions. So you'll cruise from the ancient city of Arles and all the way to historic Lyon and along the Rhone and Saône rivers aboard the exclusively chartered beautiful Viva Voyage. This is a wonderful river vessel that has great amenities within its restaurant. As I mentioned, it's the all-inclusive, which isn't always typical on river journeys of getting wine and beer and liquor throughout your entire journey. But this is a wonderful Southeast France breathtaking landscapes, and you get to visit 5 UNESCO heritage sites along the way. So outside of the wonderful wine tastings, we actually visit a truffle farm on this program as well too. Oh, and I forgot to mention that one also has the no single supplement. So a great program for the solo travelers looking to go someplace in the fall. So grab some of your friends and you would enjoy that beautiful trip to South France. So now I have some 2026 programs that we're really excited about. First up, we have a brand new program to us in 2026 is the Luxurious Caribbean Sea. So this program features an 8-night cruise from St. Martin to Curacao. Some of the highlights of the trip include visiting Dominica, the nature Isle of the Caribbean, with its lush mountains, thick inland forest, and beautiful national parks. You'll also discover the world's only drive-in volcano on excursion in the island of St. Lucia. And you'll enjoy mud baths in mineral-rich sulfur pools and tour the spectacular Diamond Botanical Gardens. Indulge your senses in the visit to Grenada, which is known as Spice Island. They are known for exporting their cloves, cinnamon, and ginger. So outside of just visiting, wonderful islands in the Caribbean, you will get to do this on the luxurious Sea Cloud Sea Spirit. So this is a beautiful sailing ship that is the newest member of the Sea Cloud family, and it is around 70 cabins, so less than 150 total travelers. A beautiful vessel visiting these islands. As you can see here, here's the map of the itinerary of all the wonderful places you go in the Caribbean. But the Sea Cloud really is the most beautiful way to relax and enjoy the stunning isles under sail. It's the newest member of the Sea Cloud family, and it just has it's a modern three-mast ship with some of the traditional rigging and polished fine woods that you'd see on a sail ship. And the ship has beautifully appointed cabins, private bar, piano lounge, library, um, um, restaurant on deck. So, which is a nice alternative to the more formal restaurant, and then amenities like a spa, fitness center, swim platform, and sun deck for relaxing on this wonderful trip to the Caribbean. Next, one of our most popular programs. This is a land journey. We call our land village life programs because they really do immerse you in the destination. They're small group, typically under 30 travelers, and this is round trip Milan in May. A beautiful time to visit this region. Some of the highlights of this program are seeing medieval Como. You'll get a guided walking tour of the old town. You'll discover the history of Teatro de Scala during a visit to the iconic Opera House's museum. You'll cruise Lake Major to visit Isobel and the islands and tour their palace and gardens. And then we have another boat ride where you get to boat across Lake Como to Villa de Babylana and visit an exclusive visit there before continuing to Bellagio. So this program, really does such a great job of immersing yourself in the local culture. We'll have the travel director with the guided excursions, but you also have free time and get to try a lot of the wonderful restaurants in this region too. So this program is, as I mentioned, a land program, round trip Milan, and we stay at the Palace Hotel. So we've stayed at this hotel. They're essentially family. They welcome our group and are such amazing hosts. And this hotel is ideally located right in the heart of Como. You'll see pedestrian friendly town center just very nearby their front door. As I mentioned, you'll have a lot of opportunity outside the excursions to explore. You can begin your day with a scrumptious breakfast buffet featuring a variety of hot and cold dishes. And of course, their wonderful baked breads and pastries. And then after your day exploring, there's a garden bar where you can enjoy some evening cocktails and delicious snacks. We host receptions as well too to welcome all of our travelers, and then a farewell reception as well too. But yeah, we love this program, as I mentioned, because it just really is that immersive experience of the Italian Lakes region. So the next trip, also in May, if you want to visit Italy but are looking for the cruise version and really getting to experience a lot of different cities along the way, we have this Cruise Italy, which is focused on Tuscany, Cinque and the Amalfi Coast. So this is a 7-night round trip cruise from Italy along the Italian coast and visiting Corsica on the World Traveler, which once again is that exclusively chartered deluxe small ship. So some of the highlights of this trip include visiting Bonifacio to see its citadel and old town, and visiting a church, this Saint Jean Baptiste, and also a house where Napoleon stayed. One of my favorite cities is visiting the Isle of Capri, which just has the most amazing, stunning views. And here you'll get to see the Piazza Square, and then get to visit Augustus Garden. And as I mentioned, the views in Capri are just amazing. And then, really, one of the highlights of this trip is a visit to the Sicily Rome American Cemetery Memorial, which holds the remains of about 8,000 American soldiers, most who passed away while liberating Italy during World War II. And you'll be joined on this with our featured guest speaker, Dwight David Eisenhower. So he is the grandson of President Eisenhower. He is joined by his wife, Julie Nixon, who have been traveling with Go Hagen for years. Typically, they join us in Normandy to talk and through the Normandy beaches in Omaha and in France. So we are so thrilled to welcome them in Italy, to just give a different perspective of World War II. And they are very interactive and approachable throughout the program, give several lectures, obviously host everyone at the cemetery and memorial as well. But it's truly a very unique experience to get to travel to this region with such a wonderful historian. So I know I talked a little bit about the World Traveler, but just some more highlights of this beautiful ship. It has 3 decks of spacious and elevated accommodations, multiple onboard dining options. They have a little cafe that's open 24/7 where you can get a daily wellness shot with all your nutrients and pastries and coffee all day, a spa and sauna, and wonderful social spaces. And then there's even a theater, which is where you will have your lectures as well too. And their wonderful pool is up top. There's a nice sun deck and restaurants for you to be able to eat outside as well. So one of our most popular and unique programs is the Great European Journey. We say unique because it combines river, land, and rail while visiting 4 European countries. So when someone asks me, I'm new to traveling internationally, which program should I do? I always suggest this one just because it encompasses so much great history and culture and European cities while being on this beautiful river vessel and also incorporating some land. So for people that aren't used to cruising or haven't traveled internationally, I think this river journey is such a wonderful start. So it's a 7-night deluxe cruise from Amsterdam to Basel. So you start in the Netherlands and then sail down to Switzerland, and then you have a 3-night stay in Montreux at the Hotel Royal Plaza and staying and enjoying Switzerland. So some of the highlights of this cruise include the charming Kokum. There's a walking tour, and you get to visit the hilltop Richburg Castle with stunning views of the Moselle River. You get to visit the Renaissance era ruins of Heidelberg's Grand Castle over the picturesque Nectar Valley and enjoy a walking tour through the romantic Old Town. There's a lake cruise in Geneva on a charming steamship. And then you'll get to enjoy the alpine scenery as you travel from Montreux to Gruyere on the Golden Pass train. So that's the rail aspect of it. And then, with all this time in Switzerland, you really get to experience the unique and gourmet foray of the wonderful world of cheeses and chocolate. So that is such an incredible aspect of it too. And so this trip, as I mentioned, is a river journey on the Viva One. So this river vessel debuted in 2022. So another relatively new, beautifully appointed ship or river vessel for you to sail down these rivers. You are welcome aboard by very friendly international crew members who take care of your well-being and comfort from morning until night. So this ship's appointments are luxurious yet relaxed and easygoing. And there's upper and middle deck staterooms and suites that have French balconies, and really the top level and the deck, and just the opportunity to see these wonderful views as you sail down the river. Whether or not it's sunrise or sunset, is the vessel in itself is an amazing experience, but just getting to experience these cities along the way are just really highlights of the trip. Okay, and then lastly, another new program for 2026 is our fall India's Ganges River. So we are really excited to add this to our lineup in 2026. So details of this include a 1-night stay of the Deluxe Taj Kolkata, and then a 7-night round-trip cruise from Kolkata. And then some of the highlights of this are you really get to experience true India with this itinerary by visiting some unique ports, experiencing small towns, and having really interactive experiences with the local people. This trip really won't be where you see a ton of the tourists And, it's not the cities that you typically think of through India. That's where we have the Golden Triangle for our pre-program. But this wonderful itinerary, you'll get to see and observe weavers in the village of Fuel. You'll tour holy buildings and pilgrim sites from Hindus, Muslims, and Christians. You'll visit a potter's home and interact with artisans creating various clay items. And then you'll even get to join a rickshaw and visit the Rajari temple complex as well too. So this one, as I mentioned, has some very unique ports, and you'll get to really experience the small towns of India and how the local people live. So this vessel along the river is on the Ganges Voyager. So it is a local ship, quaint, 28 cabins, so about 50 people total on this program. And you'll really feel the local culture on this vessel another exciting way to experience this program. The common spaces are rich with cane and wood furniture, Persian rugs. Large French balconies offer beautiful riverscapes and spectacular views, from your room, from the common spaces. And you do have some cozy sitting areas. There's a gym and a spa, and the excellent service from the staff really make this such a serene sanctuary for your travels to India. So that's all I have for our 2026 wonderful presentation to highlight these amazing programs. I appreciate the opportunity, and I know Caitlin will go to the questions now. So thank you so much for taking the time to learn about these GoHagen trips. You can always visit the CSU travel page for more information, or go to the GoHagen travel page as well too. And I and the team will be happy to answer any specific questions on this trip, and we hope to welcome you on a trip soon.
Thank you so much, Megan. That was super informative and all such great information. Now it's time for our Q&A. So as I said before, feel free to use the comments section to ask any questions that you may have. And we do have some questions that were submitted ahead of time. So Megan, bear with me as I pull those up. Couple questions that I have for you. Are there any discounts or special offers that are available for booking a trip early or paying all in one lump sum? Anything that can incentivize our travelers to save a little bit of cash?
Yes. So all of our programs come with a $500 off early booking discount. So those dates vary, but are listed on the brochure and on our website. So that is an initial way. So if you book early, then you save $500. And then we offer a $500 pay in full at booking discount as well too. So you could save up to $1,000 per trip. If you do pay in full at the time of booking, it still follows our cancellation policy as well too. So I always like to reiterate that, and the fact that, if you pay in full and then something happens, which is 120 days in advance for 2025, you get all your money back minus the $300 admin fee.
Wonderful. Next question I have is, can non-CSU alumni join the trips, or are they exclusively for alumni? I can take this one, Megan. So no, they are not exclusive to alumni. Of course, you'll be traveling with multiple alumni who are on your trip, but a trip that I went on last year had Ram fans, had parents of CSU students who are currently in school. We welcome any and everyone to travel on our trip. Of course, we are incentivized to travel with those that love CSU. So no, you do not need to be a CSU alum. Can I book a trip with GoHagen that I don't see listed on the Rams travel website?
Yes. And I say yes, typically yes. It's all based on program availability, but sometimes our programs do have multiple dates. And so people see oh my gosh, they see the program on your website and really want to go, but the dates don't work out for them. So when available, we always welcome that. Everyone that travels with GoHagen is part of an alumni or affinity association. So it's, you'll still say you're with CSU. And, Caitlin and the team will get credit and be happy that you're traveling with CSU, but we always welcome others that if the dates or, a specific itinerary doesn't work for you.
Perfect. What are the safety measures in place while we travel with GoHagen?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So we work with local companies in advance as we're creating the trips, and that's just to ensure, safety of the destination, always monitoring travel advisories, right? So if we have a trip planned and something happens, then we'll always take into account the safety of travelers to a destination because we know you do typically prepare for a program in advance. We do have designated travel directors dedicated to, ensuring that everyone's safe throughout the program, where you're supposed to be. And, we always recommend having their cell phone number and being in contact with them if you have any issue on the program. And then we also have the local guides too. And then aboard the ships, we have doctors on board as well too. So they're there for medical assistance 24/7. So I know safety is kind of a variety, question. I can say when you board the ship too, there's a safety drill that everyone takes part of the first evening. So you know where your life jackets are, where you're supposed to go, in case of an emergency. So the ships do require that everyone participates in that drill from that perspective. But, when traveling, there's always unknowns, but we're there to make sure that you have a safe and wonderful adventure.
I've heard that specifically from people who have traveled through the Rams travel program with Go Hagen, where I think there was a trip. I forget where they were, but something happened weather related, and it really caused the trip to have to pivot and do take some unforeseen routes. But they responded, and Go Hagen was really good about taking care of all of the travelers on board. So
Yes. No, and you're right. There's so many different aspects from weather. Sometimes on the river programs, if the water's too low, too high, yeah, you just kind of never know. But we're always there to adapt, and we have the travelers in mind. So, if you have to go to a different port or different city, we will have an excursion and something prepared, and always appreciate everyone's flexibility through some of those nuances.
travel never quite goes according to plan, but
Right.
that's one of the benefits of booking with a group travel company like GoHagen is a lot of times if something goes wrong and you're booking individually and doing your own trip, you can sometimes just be out of luck and no one there to take care of you. So if you have, your flight gets canceled, that's way too common these days, or things like that. You have the safety of having GoHagen there for you.
Yes, and actually, that's a great example too. If you book Go Hagen Air, we do have an air department that can book all your flights. And throughout the program, if you have any issues, we have a number available 24/7. And sometimes it's very helpful to work with a Go Hagen agent versus calling the airline directly because we know exactly where you need to be and what time and can look through those alternatives. And there's definitely people before that have had to meet up with the group at a different port, and that's something, whether or not it's the private transfer or anything that we can do to help travelers get to the right place, we will do it. So
That perfectly segues into another question I had is if airfare is included in the price, or can you book that separately through GoHagen? Talk through that a little bit more, Megan.
yeah, so getting to and from the program, airfare is not included, it is separate. If we have a program, which we have several that have air within, so like Patagonia, Tanzania, Antarctica, those programs have flights in the program, then we take care of all that, and that is included in the price. But getting to and from, we have an air department. They are travel agents. That's their job, is specifically to book the flights. They will provide options, if you have airline preferences, and really work through the itinerary that makes the most sense to you. And we'll get you booked in, as I mentioned, if you do have any disruptions on the way there, then they are available 24/7 to assist. If you book your own air, that's fine too. A lot of people do that. We always ask for that information because the travel director, is still looking for everyone upon arrival. And so we will still collect your air, and the travel director is there to assist whenever you arrive.
Perfect. Are travel insurance options available or recommended for these trips?
Yes. So I recommend buying travel insurance wherever you're going internationally. So if you are ever traveling abroad, and it's definitely recommended to buy travel insurance, whether or not it's through a Rams travel trip or, your own trip. I think it's just super helpful and a nice security just in case something happens. So Go Hagen does have a partner. So if you, once you book your trip, we can provide a quote, or you can obviously always purchase your own insurance as well too. But the insurance is very helpful in case there's a last minute reason that you're not able to go, or even while you're on the trip as well too. If you have a misconnect or any kind of issue, then we always note if you have insurance or not, and can also help, any of the documentation you need to submit to your insurance company. We can help you along the way for any kind of reimbursement.
Perfect. And if you go to the Rams Travel website, we also, the Alumni Association, partners with the travel insurance company as well. So you can mention that you are with CSU alumni and receive special quotes for that there as well. I think we have all learned that traveling without insurance is just not an option. So make sure you get your travel insurance no matter where you get it from.
Right.
Another question for you, Megan. Will I have free time during these trips to customize my own vacation, or is everything planned out for me?
Yeah. So some of the itineraries do have free time that, after we might do a walking tour of the city and then give you a couple hours, or, you might say, come back on board for lunch where people decide to stay out. So yes, there's definitely built-in free time, but there's also, a lot of the trip is planned as well too with excursions. But you're always able to opt out of a planned excursion if there's a preferred activity that you'd like to do. And Go Hagen has increasingly added more optional excursions where you get a choice. I guess I wouldn't call them optional. It's more a choice within the day as well too. So you'll see in some of the preliminary itineraries, and then after you've booked, you will receive some information to say, hey, on this day, what would you like to do? And then we collect that in advance because that helps us finalize the plan. But more and more, we're adding some traveler choice throughout, which we think adds a little bit of variety. And then on some of the programs too, like if there's hikes, we always offer different levels of activity. So there's, the highest, most active version of the hike, and then we have some of the moderate or milder versions, and then there's just opportunities to not hike at all and stay on the bus, or stay in the surrounding city. So while a lot of the excursions are planned, just know that you do have the flexibility to do other things, or if you want a little bit of a different aspect of it, we always recommend talking to the travel directors. There's typically 3 or 4 on the trip, and they're there to make the program, exactly what you're looking for. If there's a local type of food you want to make sure to try, if there's, some local gifts that you want to find to bring home to your friends, those are all things that they're there to help you do to really make the program everything you wanted it to be.
A good mix of both, where if
Yes.
you want to do everything and anything that Go Hagen plans for you, you'll have plenty to do, but it's also nice to have those down days. And of course, I'm sure on the cruise ships, there's also down days traveling from destination to destination as well, correct?
Right. Yeah, sometimes people say the day at sea is their most favorite day because they've just gotten to relax and, enjoy all the ship amenities. So it's always, I love that these itineraries have that nice mix where, sometimes there's a full day, sometimes it's a morning, afternoon free. And then, yeah, you still have the option too. Like if you're traveling in a group and some people like to go and other people just want to, hang out on the ship and relax, you have that flexibility.
Exactly. So when will 2026 trips be announced? I'll take this one. What you saw in the presentation today was a sneak peek of what our 2026 trips will be with Go Hagen. Those have not been announced yet, so it's exciting for all of you who are watching to kind of have a behind the scenes experience of knowing what those trips are going to look like. We will be listing all of the trips on our website in late April, so pay attention to those for 2026. And then if you are not already on our e-newsletter, we will be sending out a newsletter to your email on May 2nd, I want to say. So that is when all of the trips will be live, but pay attention to our website. And if you saw something specifically with GoHagen today that you want some early access to being able to book those trips, feel free to reach out to me at this email address that you see on the screen, so we can get you all booked and make sure that that space is available. Those trips do fill up pretty quickly. I think we have, like Megan said, very limited spots available on the trips that we are running in 2025. We have roughly around 8 to 10 alumni who are signed up for all of those trips already. So you will not be alone if you travel with GoHagen. Of course, they have a bunch of other groups that are accompanying those trips, but to know that you have some Rams that are on all of those trips gives you some peace of mind too. So stay on top of our website. That will be provided in your follow-up email, or just Google Rams Travel CSU alumni and that will come straight up. Megan, anything that we didn't cover? Any parting thoughts before we sign off for the day?
No, I appreciate the opportunity to join you, and look forward to welcoming some more Rams on GoHagen programs in 25 and 26.
Fabulous, fabulous. I look forward to that as well. So that wraps up our Bite Size Breaks event. Thank you all for joining us today. If you have any more questions or need further information about Rams Travel, feel free to reach out to me directly. Thanks again, and go Rams.